lovers, it is G-Swizzel here, and I am here today with the mid-year book freakout tag. So this tag was created by Ellie at Jayne and Chami at ReadLikeWildFire. Chami, I love you, girl. Pretty much what happened with this book tag last year, it was booming all over the booktubes. I only joined booktube mid-October, so I didn't have any time to do this book tag like whatsoever, because by that time there was like only a quarter of the year left. So I'm bringing it back, and this is going to be the revival. So pretty much there's a list of questions about the books that you read this year and the books that you're planning to read in the future. So yeah, let's get started. Number 1 is the best book that you read so far in 2016. Yes, 2016, not 2015. I changed it up because this is revival. This is hard. I would have to say the entirety of the Harry Potter series. I'm not picking up my box set because it is heavy, but I would have to say Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This isn't Goblet of Fire. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire was my favorite out of the series, but if we're not including Harry Potter here, I would have to say Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. It's a behemoth of a book, but it was freaking amazing, guys. Number 2 is the best sequel that you read in 2016. How is this like not on anybody's list? Like, how? If you hated A Court of Thorns and Roses, like, this is the book for you. And I loved A Court of Thorns and Roses, but this book changed my perspective on the first book. I don't know if I love the first book the same anymore, because this sequel it changed the game. It turned the series on its head. I don't know any other author that has ever done that before. And my emotions were mixed most of the time, but she won my emotions over. Question number 3 is a new release that you haven't read yet in 2016. There are many new releases that I haven't read yet. I've been focusing so much on series that I just haven't read yet, so I've just been binge reading them. But I would say probably The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. In Australia, it's called Lady Helen and the Dark Days Club, and it has the ugliest cover ever, but hey, it's shiny, whatever. I was given this for free at TeenCon, so I'm not even mad. I'm planning to read this book in the month of July, as it is the July pick for Render Reads Book Club. A lot of people have read it and they have enjoyed it. Question number 4 is the most anticipated release for 2016. How can you talk about like anticipated releases and not talk about Empire of Storms, guys? Empire of Storms is coming, and it's going to be a beautiful hardback with 700 pages, over 700 pages, 704 to be exact. I'm so excited for Empire of Storms. Sorry, yeah. To mention another one, I would have to say Heartless by Marissa Meyer, because it's Marissa Meyer, guys. She's queen. Number 5, your biggest disappointment. I've had a few disappointments this year, but I don't want you guys to judge me on this, because my feelings have improved since then, because this was one of the first books that I read at the beginning of the year, and I was disappointed by it because I had so many high expectations for it. It was The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. Now, if you follow me on Goodreads and you've seen my reviews, you know that I actually really love this series, but this first book in particular was really hard for me to get through. I wasn't enjoying it as much. I was not planning to continue on with this series until I watched the movie. It would just jump from perspective to other perspective. I'm just like what the heck? Movie made me be like, okay, like this is actually a good story. I'm going to give it another try. And so I read The Infinite Sea and The Last Star. I absolutely enjoyed it. It was a disappointment at the beginning of the year. It's not a disappointment now. Question number 6, the biggest surprise of the year. The Things I Didn't Say by Kylie Finazzier. Kylie is an Australian author, and Australian authors are freaking awesome. Actually, to be honest, I haven't read that much Aussie YA. This year, I've read a couple of Aussie YA books, and I've absolutely enjoyed them. Probably my favorite Aussie YA read. The characters are just so relatable. If you love contemporaries of any variety, I would definitely recommend The Things I Didn't Say. Unfortunately, the international rights for this book have not been released yet, so if you are watching me internationally, unfortunately, your local bookstore may not have this book yet, but eventually, I'm praying that you sell the international rights, Kylie. Question number 7 is favorite new to you author. They could be a debut author, or they could just be new to you, full stop. I cannot decide between the people that make up this power couple. Tahara Mafi is one of my options, and then Ransom Riggs is one of my options. This month, I read these two authors for the first time. I'm currently in the middle of the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series, but I finished the Shadow Me trilogy. I absolutely loved it so much, and these guys' writing, they're so different from each other, but they're so beautiful. Number 8 is your newest fictional crush. Water! Number 9 is your newest favorite character. Leo Valadez from the Heroes of Olympus series. He's perfection. I love him so much. And Frank! I love him! I love him so much! Number 10, a book that made you cry. happy cry and sad cry and all those cries, like so much cries. So much cries, guys. Number 11, a book that made you happy. The Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan. Oh my goodness, this book made me happy in so many ways. I'm so happy he's still writing. Number 12, what is the most beautiful book that you've bought / received this year? I'm going to have to go with my beautiful limited Waterstones edition of Lady Midnight, guys. It is also signed. This is 1 in 1,000 copies that have been printed, made, and signed, and I'm so happy that I have it. Even the original cover for Lady Midnight is beautiful. It's a complete 180 from the original Mortal Instruments covers, guys. Like, let's be real. Number 13. What are some books that you need to get to by the end of this year? First of all, I would have to say the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor. I've had this series on my shelf for almost a year now. I really want to get to it. I heard that it is very advanced stuff. There's a language in here and there's like all sorts of like crazy stuff that you need to learn and you need to adjust to in order to get used to the series, but I want to do it this year. I also need to get onto The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. This book has been adapted into a movie and is going to be released, I think, in October, so I really need to get to this soon. Another book that you might be surprised that I haven't read yet, Magnus Chase and the Sword of Summer. This is the first book in the Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard series. I haven't read this book yet and I'm planning to read it probably closer to the second book in October. I've been saving this one. I definitely want to get to this one this year. I'm so excited to. I want to mention one more book series in this video. It's the Mistborn trilogy. I at least want to get to the first book this year, guys. Oh my goodness, like this book series looks so amazing. I just keep on hearing people gushing about it. I really want to read it, but like, am I ready to invest myself in a big high fantasy world? I don't know yet. I definitely at least want to read something from Brandon Sanderson this year, guys. Number 14, interjection from the future, book lovers. What up? So Chami uploaded her 2016 version of the mid-year freakout book tag today, and she added a question. Because I actually pre-filmed my mid-year freakout book tag, I wasn't able to add this question, so now I'm going to add this question. I'm so sorry about the lighting. So the 14th question is, who was your favorite book community member? So this could be a booktuber, a blogger, or a bookstagrammer. I did a shout outs video last week. I'm gonna choose somebody who I didn't shout out in that video that I really wanted to shout out. Sasha from AKA Miss Fierce. She is an amazing booktuber. I love her so much. She's honestly the sweetest and the cutest person ever. Oh my goodness. And I think that you should go check her out because she is amazing. Back to the video, G-Swizz. Now it is time to tag some awesome people. I'm going to tag Ash from A Dash of Ash, Anna at Hufflepuffism, Ali at The Wandering Unicorn, Abby at Literabby, finally Nat and Lucy from Nat and Lucy Books. That is going to be it for this video today, book lovers. Follow me on my social medias. I'm at G-Swizzel Books on Twitter and Instagram, and I am also at Goodreads. That's www.goodreads.com/G-Swizzel. I love you, book lovers, and I will see you later. Peace.